What's up, guys, and welcome back to... Oh my goodness, what's going on? Not the way I wanted to start the episode, just banging my controller against the wall. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. It's episode number 44, and today we are returning with the big one. It's the Champions League final as we take on RB Leipzig in our first ever European final in an all-German affair, which is so fitting for a Club and Country series. Now, I actually want to show you the full tournament progress of both teams. Now, of course, we finished runners-up in Group H. RB Leipzig topped Group F. One clear of Liverpool and 4 clear of Sevilla. In the round of 16, they beat Monaco 4-3 over 2 legs. We, of course, overcame Inter 4-3 in the last 16. In the quarter-final, they knocked out Liverpool by a goal. We knocked out Atletico on away goals. And then in the semis, they beat Lyon 4-2 over 2 legs. And we beat Man City 5-2. So I think quite interesting paths for the final, really. I think when you look at the teams we've both faced, you probably would have thought that one of those teams in knockout stages or in the group would have knocked us out. In the end, we both got here. We've taken hard paths, but we meet in the CL final, and I'm looking forward to it. So just before we get into the game, I want to show you this real briefly. You just saw it there, international management offer coming from Romania. Why have we not had Germany throughout the entire save so far? We've had practically every single nation in the game, apart from the only one we want. But let's dive into it then. RB Leipzig Champions League final. This is, of course, going to be a live game. It's not going to be a live Q&A. I did post on Twitter the other day asking for live commentary questions. But I'm going to play, so I'm going to do this game as a live highlights game, just because I want to really concentrate and try my best to win it. We're up to halfway to 6 minutes. Where are we playing? We're playing at Old Trafford, interestingly enough. And real briefly on the slides as well. They're all untouched and all default on 50. Some of you guys have been asking me throughout the course to save my using slider settings. I've barely touched them throughout the series. Only for occasional big games, but otherwise they've all been left at 50 even, for both CPU and AI. So for the team, let's not have Leipzig in their blue kit, let's have them in their white kit, shall we? And for the team we'll have out for the game, no need to make changes. We had a 2-week break since the last Bundesliga game, so we'll have our strongest lineup out there. However, I do want Diawusi on the bench, of course. Season 1 and Season 2 OG needs to be on there. And I think I'm okay with that. I don't want Pfeiffer on the bench, I like Pfeiffer. So, yeah, let's just dive into it then. So it's live highlights game today. And let's dive into it. Champions League final. First shot at European silverware. Let's see if we can complete the double this season. Come on, Dresden. Felix to Felix, and now Agu's got space to storm down left-hand side. I love it when he gets going so quick. Rolls it back to Gadikli. Lovely through ball. Thread the needle. Simon near post. Oh, what a save by Lunin. Sticks the left leg out. I think it hits Fider and Leipzig clear. We're definitely favourites of this final as well. Once an early goal, put the pressure on straight away. We've had the better domestic season. There's no doubt about that. I think we're favourites for this. I want an early goal. Despite Leipzig having 3 what you'd call subpar seasons by their standards and the ability of their team as well, finishing outside the top 4 every single season, they still do have a really good team, so got to remind ourselves that this shouldn't be a walkover. But that's a great ball. Oh! 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 Where's the camera? Oh, I couldn't find it. What a goal! Mr. Dynamo Dresden. Oh, Lunin! I want to do a Chris Smooth impression. Forgive me for this. The GOAT, I'm sorry, forgive me for this. Where are you going? Give that guy a map. Caught in no man's land. Ransford Yabar with the goal. 1-0 Dresden. Perfect start, 14 minutes in. He's on course as being stand for the Golden Boot in Europe. And Ransford Yabar puts us in front of a beautiful little chip. And Schaefer with the assist as well. Fitting. Many times I mentioned it. Schaefer. Oh, Nicholas. Oh, just put his man on the floor. Mentioned it many times before. Schaefer you know, coming out of the academy, I thought defensive midfielder, anchorman, you know, he's not going to venture far forward, but his through balls are amazing. The amount of assists the guys get is incredible. And an assist in the final for the star, the legend, the hero of the save, Mr. Dynamo Dresden, Ransford Yeboah. Absolutely perfect start. No less than we deserve after a fast start as well. And now what I've got to make sure I do is keep my foot on the gas pedal as well. Every now and then I'll take my foot off it and allow the AI back into the game. Can't be doing that. Not in the biggest of games. As Schaefer wins it back and we come on the break. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on, Ransford. Oh, it's through Lunin's hands. Where are you going? He's literally right in front of the front row. Oh yeah. Quick little through ball on the break. We got so much pace on the counter. I think the Ukrainians got to stop that, let's be honest here. That is pretty poor goalkeeping, to be fair. But we'll take it. Yeah, he's got to save that. Right through the left glove. Fingertips. Should have kept it out. We don't mind though. 2-0 Dresden. What a start. And no surprises for the guy that's leading the way. The leader, the captain, the hero. Mr. Dynamo Dresden. Ransford Yeboah with the brace. Don't allow Leipzig back in this game now. Come on. We're in control at the moment. As we play our way forward again and again and again and again. The pace we've got on the break is just lightning. Angelino caught way too far at the pitch. And oh, this time Lunin gets it right. Smacked it near post, so often it works. This time he redeems himself with a massive save. If he doesn't stop that, it's surely final over already. Oh, there we go, at half time, and as things stand, in complete control. Really should be leading by 3 had it not been for a great save by Lunin, but at the moment it's all one-way traffic. Leipzig are playing a really high line. That does not work against a pacey team like ours. Unless they change things, I can see a third goal coming, and that'll wrap it up. One thing I've mentioned before is that I think EA need to understand that AI teams need to be able to change their tactics during a game in order to adapt to what's going on and how the current game is playing, because you know at the moment it's quite simple for me at the moment just to draw them out and then just go on the break. That's how we got our second goal, and I think that again it's the sort of thing that FM do really well. You know, teams will adjust their tactics sometimes on a game by game basis depending on, you know, who their upcoming opponents are or based on current form and whatnot. But AI teams, they just in FIFA I should say, they're just very samey. And even if something's not working or it's detrimental, they'll still do it. But anyway, second half has began, and oh, Anderson Talisca almost put Leipzig back in the game. Okay, all right, maybe I'm being a bit too confident here. Maybe I should shut my mouth a little bit. At least try and start the second half off with a foothold in this. Off the post, Leipzig almost right back in it. Paulsen. Off the post, and oh, did he deflect that over? I want to see that on the replay. I don't think it'll come though after the shot hits the woodwork. Oh my goodness. Twice they've hit the post. Yeah, it was off Felix Agu's head and then Paulsen's over the bar. Twice they've hit the post in 19 minutes. Well, you can't say they're not trying to get back in this one. Still 2-0 though, and as things stand, still in front. I am really struggling at the moment to get out of my half and get chances. They have really been better in the second half here, and this is when you talk about momentum becoming a big factor, and I should not be bringing Bellacoccia that far out here. Still 2-0, but it's all Leipzig here, and that's a poor pass, which we'll get away from. And now, if we can go on the break, the classic Dresden counter-attack. Oh, perfectly played, perfectly played. And for his best season in the save so far, that settles the nerves and settles the pressure. And my word did I need it. 3-0 Dresden. Simon completes the perfect Dresden counter-attack. And that CL should be in the bag now. Just found a bit of space, and once he's away, he ain't getting caught up. I said before, I don't normally show player attributes, but you'll see it at the end of the episode. I think he's got 98 pace. And this season he's added goals to his game as well. 3-0 Dresden, it's over. Champions League in the bag. Oh, can I just make one quick sub, just real quickly? Just before the game ends, let's take off Gatal for Dyer Wusi. I want Daphner on the pitch as well. And let's bring on Pfeiffer as well. all these guys from season 1. Just kick it out, Bella Koch out. There we go. Can I make the sub? Can I make... Oh, Goo, just let the ball go out, bro. Let me make the subs here. I want to see these guys on the pitch for the CL final, just for the final few seconds here. Season 1 OGs. Daphna, Pfeiffer, and of course, Diawusi as well on the pitch for the final touch in what is the season, and I would definitely say their series finale as well. Very, very frustrated that I couldn't manage Germany in this series, but the plan was always to end after we win the CL final. It was in a way a little bit lackluster. I was hoping for a more competitive final, really. I'm glad it was an all-German affair, fitting for a CNC, but a little bit anticlimactic in the end. But either way, still good to get it done. A league and European double in a series of mostly dominance. But one thing I've definitely found from this save, which I've really, really enjoyed, and enjoyed it a lot, I think for my next project, obviously this is a streamlined save anyway. I always wanted to do things quite quickly in this save. We were doing 1 season per week, sometimes even quicker than that, which is ludicrous. But one thing I want to do on my next CM project is do a more realism-based save, and affecting things midway through the campaign as well, such as injuries and injury little crisis here and there as well, and more smarter and more realistic transfers as well. Had a lot of fun with this series, not going to lie. I'm annoyed I never got offered a Germany job, but in the end, I guess it doesn't matter. We get the Bundesliga and the Champions League with Dresden in our 5th season, as Mr. Dynamo Dresden lifts it aloft, and that will do it. Dynamo Dresden, League and European winners, with an all-German team. Very, very fun save this one, but I think we should end it here. Statistics show it was actually a little bit more balanced than it might have looked in the highlights. Leipzig took too long to get going though, didn't really get started until the second half. They did the woodwork twice though, and how different things could have been had they scored with both attempts to battle back from 2-0 down to level it, but in the end it came down to who was more clinical, and that was us. No surprise to man the match, Mr. Dynamo Dresden, Ransford Yuval, but really, I thought Gadikli played really well in this one, bagged 2 assists in the game. Defensively we were pretty decent, Schaefer was good as always, and I thought Simon getting another goal as well was nice to see, considering how much better he's been this season. So there it is then, Champions League in the bag. I'd say slightly anticlimactic, slightly disappointing. I'll be honest here, I kind of wanted to face Bayern Munich in the Champions League final whenever we get there. I didn't think it would be this season, to be fair. Thought it might be next one or the season afterwards, but either way, I kind of wanted Bayern Munich in the end. For I really wanted an all-German final. But either way, it was still good to get it done, and yeah, I definitely think we should end the series there. I'm very frustrated because obviously this series was always going to be a streamlined project anyway. So 1 per week, 1 season per week, which is what we managed to stick to, which is very, very difficult to do. It requires an awful lot of time and effort, but I did want it to be a streamlined series. But I'm kind of frustrated how like the whole point of a CNC is to manage both the country and the club as well, and the fact that the German offer just never came in is really disappointing, because we got practically like every single country in the game, but not Germany, which is the one of course we wanted. So quite frustrating, but still one of those things. But as far as CNC goes, I still had a really, really fun time making this project. Dresden are a great side to use in this year's career. The 2 kits they've got are fantastic. I didn't use the maroon kit as much as I probably should have done, but the yellow kit is awesome as well. And Dresden's a fantastic city, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with this team, I had a lot of fun with this project. But as I mentioned briefly earlier there, for my next CMC, which I am hoping to start, gotta tidy this up, hopefully next week, or perhaps the week after, depending on how much time I get. I think I am going to do a more realism based series, which is hopefully a bit more challenging as well, because obviously throughout the course of the series, again I mentioned it and you would have seen it at the start of the episode as well, I kept the I kept the difficulty on Ultimate, and I kept the sliders on 50, default and untouched. But occasionally I'd bump them up a little bit. But I think once my team started to get really, really good, I probably should have bumped up a little bit more, really, for more games and not just the bigger ones as well. But yeah, for my next CM project, whenever that may be, I definitely am thinking about adjusting the sliders on more of a game-by-game basis, depending on club form and whatnot, both ours and the AIs as well. And also, I want to try and do it a bit more realistically as well. At the start of the FIFA year, on the PS4, I did my my Wolves realism save, and I thought you guys really enjoyed that. I thought you guys really took to that as well. You know, we signed, mostly Portuguese players and players that, again, you could see going to Wolves realistically. We only did 2 seasons, but it was really fun. I kind of want to do that again. The problem with a realistic career mode is that it's very subjective, because not everyone is going to see things the way you see it, and a lot of people are going to find certain things you do frustrating as well, because we'll sign players who might not have the highest of potentials, and we'll sign players who, might not be, the most common wonder kids or whatever, or players who aren't quite as exciting, and I think a lot of people don't take to that as much when they just want to see like really quick progression and so on. But the whole point of a realistic CM is, again, the clue's in the name, to keep it as realistic as possible. And therefore, we're not always going to be signing the highest potential players. We'll sign players in their mid-20s, we'll sign players in their late 20s, we'll sign players in their early 30s, and we'll sign players who, Shave's not potentially special yet, we'll sign players who, again, might not be the best option for us, but they are probably the most realistic. That's the key. So I hope when I do start that project, 'cause that's, my mind's made up, that's what I want to do next. I really want to do a realistic CM again. I hope when I do that project, and hopefully start that project, hopefully next week or the week after, hopefully you guys will understand that there will be times where we sign players who, again, aren't, what you consider star power players, and they're not the highest potential players, and there will be better options out there, but these guys are the ones that are more realistic for how the save is going at the moment. And I know the team I want to use. I know the type of team I want to build with them to keep it realistic as well. I just hope you guys really take to it. But as far as this save has gone, I've really, really enjoyed it. It has been a lot of fun. This guy here, I wanted to mention this guy real briefly. What a legend. He came from nowhere to become one of the stars of this team, growing to 88 overall. You absolutely love to see that, man. That was incredible. One of the stories of the series, I think, was Julian Gattau's development. But yeah, the series has been a lot of fun for me. I've really, really enjoyed it. I always like to do a CNC every single year because they're a lot of fun. I always say this, like, if you're looking for a unique sort of challenge-based CM series to do, definitely recommend a CNC because they are just so fun, and they really, really are class to do, and a very, very enjoyable project, this one. Just like practically every CNC I've done, really. Had a lot of fun with it, and I'm glad you guys have enjoyed it as well. It's also been really nice just to be chilled on this one as well. It's also been really, really nice just to be relaxed in my commentaries, and yeah, just be very, very calm and very, very cool. But so that's the team then, as we officially end on that. I showed you that we are a 5-star team. Is there anything else I wanted to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you as well that Ryan Fidibar did indeed win the Golden Boot in the Champions League as well. Free clear of Marco Asensio in the end. Look at that, Angelino had 5 for RB Leipzig heading into the CL final there. Gadikli won the assist title, and Hubner won the Golden Glove in the Champions League as well. You love to see that. And we get the little graphic. I want to end on that. There we go. Yes! Dresden Champions League winners, Albert Simon next to it as well. So we'll end on the other leagues real briefly, and we shall finish on that. Oh no, who won the DFB Pokal this year? Who won the DFB Pokal? I didn't see that. Ooh, Dortmund, back-to-back DFB Pokal winners, knocking out the team that knocked us out in the second round in the semis, and then beating Wolfsburg in the final. Very interesting. Europa League was won by, wow, Stade Rennais in the final. Very interesting indeed. PSG once again knocked out in the group of the Champions League and being beaten by Napoli in the semis. That's a really interesting Europa League, isn't it? And I'll quickly show you the other leagues, and just as we're getting through it as well, I'm going to mention this real briefly to end the series on, and end the weekend on as well. Lots and lots and lots of you guys have been asking me, when is your FM series going to start? So for those of you that sat through the episode waiting for this, hopefully you're going to enjoy what I'm about to say here. So I've had so many questions, so many comments from you guys saying, when are you going to begin your FM project? As I always say, I do start later on in the year. I've always felt that's the best way to do things. For me, I always feel it's the best way to do things. So yeah, I've always started later on during the year. I'm not going to do League 1 and League 2. And I am, I would say, almost ready to start. I'm hoping to begin this upcoming week, if not the week afterwards. Now, I will be honest here, who got promoted in Bundesliga 2? Bielefeld, Hamburg and Bochum. Well, Bochum playoff, but still interesting. Now, I will be honest here, as I mentioned before, and I mentioned last year as well, my iMac, as we know, is very, very old. It's not the most powerful. It's got a terrible graphics card, so you know those laggy 3D replays are going to make an appearance once again. And I'm a little bit worried about the weight and the amount of files that need indexing in the face pack and logo packs I use, particularly the face packs, face pack, cutout, mega pack. This might not mean a lot to some people, but for those of you that do play FM and do like to play with all the face packs and the logos as well, obviously there are huge files. They have hundreds of thousands of files to source through, quite literally, and it does obviously slow down a computer quite significantly. I'm not sure whether I'm going to play with the faces or the logos this year, just because that is a real strain on my iMac. The game itself can run quite well, but when it's got to index all those files, it can slow it down quite significantly and can cause some issues here and there. My Mac crashed so many times during my Norwich and Brescia saves last year. It's very hard to explain this as a creator, but this is a big problem for me. My Mac is not what you call, suitable to run a game like FM with all of the logos and faces, again, which cause the main issues, as well as the 3D replays as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to play with the faces or logos this year. I think what I'm going to do is give it a test, see if it's working okay, and if it is, then I'll probably stick with it, although I might possibly have to take them out midway through a save, because I think you guys agree the faces and the logo packs do add to the series really well, I think. But we shall see what happens. However, for when the series is going to start, most importantly, I'm aiming for some time this week, so keep your eyes peeled. At some point this week, I'm aiming to get the first episode of my FM save up. I won't tell you the team, I want it to be a surprise, but I will be starting in England as usual. Really would hope you guys enjoy it. Should be a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm excited for my next for my new FM project, for the new game starting this year, hopefully during the week, and also for my next CM project, which will be again in about a week or two's time. It's going to be a realistic base CM, so please do keep that in mind. It won't be all about signing the best players and the highest potential players and all the wonder kids, but it'll be all about trying to keep the series realistic. Hope you guys enjoy both. So I've got 2 new projects coming in the very next 2 weeks, and it should be a lot of fun. But to end this series, guys, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed the episode and the series as a whole. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I won't see you for another episode of Club and Country very soon as we end the series here, but I will see you for the start of my new FIFA Career Mode realistic project coming very soon, and the beginning of my Football Manager adventure in 2021, hopefully in the next few days. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I will see you for my next 2 projects.